Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Cooper, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Cooper's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands. The corrections and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on his slip collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You see that Cooper is sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Cooper heel, and at this point his job is to walk nicely beside his trainer, not forging ahead or lagging behind, and each time that you stop your feet, Coop's been taught to sit automatically without being told and wait for his next command. So when you're walking on the street and you stop to talk to someone or you stop to cross traffic, he should be sitting nicely at your left waiting for his next command. And the next command that Fred's going to give him is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Fred's going to use his open left palm about an inch or so from his muzzle, and the one-word firm command to stay. The long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him as an additional distraction, and he should remain seated until he gets his next command. And they're running through their heel and their sit and their stay again for us. Nice automatic sits. Fred leaves him in a stay. And these sit stays should be practiced in your home while you're eating dinner, while you're watching TV. This time, instead of returning back to him, Fred's going to call him in, and the command is Cooper come. He should come right in front and sit facing your knees, and then he returns back around to heel position, and Fred leaves him again in a sit stay. When you're calling your dog, you lighten your tone of voice, you call him in, praise him on the way in. Coming to you should always be a good, happy experience. And then he returns back around to heel position and back seated. Very good. Now we're going to demonstrate for you our down commands. And there are 2 of those. The first one is down from a heel position. So with the he could hear me. With the dog seated at your left, you use your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. And then Fred leaves him in a stay. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. We've been practicing this while we eat lunch. So this is going to be good for you to work on while you're eating, to stop the begging, so that you can sit at a table and eat a meal. It helps to develop his focus and maturity and self-control. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay as an additional distraction. He gives him a little pat for praise. He tells him to heel, and they're going to do that down from a heel position one more time. And that's just with hand commands. But in the beginning, use both. Use your hand and your voice commands. This time, instead of returning back to him, Fred's going to call him in. He praises him on the way in. If he doesn't sit, you're going to tell him no sit, but he did. He was just a little slow about it. Very good. And now we're going to set up for our down from a distance. Cooper's easily distracted, so you want to talk to him, keep him motivated. Keep him focused on you. Now he's going to DOWN all the time. Fred leaves him in a sit stay, walks out to the end of his training leash. He's going to use his right hand to give the command and the one-word command to down. Perfectly done. Now Cooper's very bright, and he can make you feel really stupid when he wants to, and he can convince you that he's never heard any of these commands before. We will be working with you to make sure that everything stays on track. We've enjoyed having him. He's been a good boy, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.